Hello, folks. Welcome to the 62nd episode of the Matias Sports Podcast. I have former MLB pitcher slash closer, Jonathan Papelbon. How are you, sir?
Doing all right, buddy. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I appreciate it. Like I said, just talk about your career, from obviously the beginnings to obviously the end of your career, your time with the Red Sox. And then we can talk about current state of the Red Sox, what you got into after your retirement. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, for me, uh, I feel like I've been a Red Sox and am a Red Sox. I was there the most time. I won a championship there, so I feel like I'm a Red Sox through and through. And then Philadelphia, I went next. I thought I was going to win a couple more world championships there with the rosters that we had and what we were set up with. Um, and injuries plagued our season, and we just weren't able to get it done. And then went to the Nationals and had a team that was a playoff caliber team, but just didn't play to its full potential. And for me, being able to retire and become or go into the Red Sox Hall of Fame really has meant a lot. Um, and to lead two franchises and saves, to me means a lot. And those are two things that I cherish very much. And yeah, now I am chasing around a 6-year-old and trying to keep two teenagers at home, which is impossible to do. And yeah, and then I also, co-own a mobile blood work company that does mobile blood draws all throughout the U.S. and
Hmm.
NESN. Now I'm doing NESN as well. So
You
trying
got a
to
busy life.
just trying to stay busy,
Yeah.
doing stuff that keeps me busy and keeps me entertained and keeps my mind right. And it's fun to go back and do NESN and be a part of that. And it's a great team over there at NESN with the guys that I work with and stuff. So it's fun doing that.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it seems like you got, busy stuff on your hands between your kids, you co-own your blood company there and obviously doing the Ness and stuff. But just, speaking about your career, how was it like going through like the farm system with the Red Sox being drafted? And obviously I've admired one of the pitchers you probably grew up with in the Red Sox organization was John Lester. So talk a little bit about that. You coming up through the ranks, being drafted by them, and obviously, closing out the Rockies World Series. That was amazing.
Yeah. I came up through the minor leagues with a lot of great players. Manny Del Carmen
Hmm.
and Dustin Pedroia, John Lester, Hanley Ramirez. There were some great players that I played with in the minor leagues. And when you come up to the minor leagues with the Red Sox, it's one thing: you have to beat the Yankees, and if you don't beat the Yankees, then you're not good enough to cut it here. And the 2004 team set that precedent, and I was fortunate enough to play with a lot of those guys on that team, and you know, was able to learn the game of baseball that way. And I feel very fortunate that I had those type of players around me, and to learn the game from. And you know, it culminated into me striking out the last final hitter to win the World Series, with all that hard work that we did together and the talent that we also had speaks for itself. And the talent that was in the minor leagues. And, you know, I'm, I'm hoping that they get back to that. I'm hoping
Yeah,
that
me too.
they get back to homegrown talent. And because I think it's been a while since there's been a homegrown pitcher actually be an all-star or be
Hmm.
a, a really good player. So, I was very fortunate to kind of grow up in this team type atmosphere that the Red Sox had, and I'm very fortunate for my time in Boston. I I really enjoyed the city of Boston the most. I had both my kids there, or two of my three kids there, so um, it hits a little bit different than other cities for me. Um, and yeah, I'm a little biased, but at the same time, Fenway Park, the Red Sox organization, um, was bar none for me the best experience of my life.
No, absolutely. I mean, seeing you guys being the homegrown talent like you, PD, Lester, I mean, Manny Del Carmen, I mean, he is from Boston. So, I mean, it was just nice seeing you guys just do what you did, win the '04, win the '07. I know you came up in what, '05? You made your
Yeah.
debut? Okay, so you just missed the '04 World Series, but it was just nice seeing like when I was a kid, you guys just going balls to the wall, winning every year, having a wonderful manager in Terry Francona that still currently manages the Reds today, which is amazing. I mean, the guy's been through so much, and I give him a lot of credit for him still being involved in baseball and managing. Talk about your relationship with Terry and what he meant to you, early stages of your career with Boston.
Yeah, well, for me, I was 23 years old, 20. Yeah, so I was very green when I came to the big leagues, didn't know much, and Terry Francona really kind of helped pave the path for me, and pointed me in the right direction with certain things, and gave me the opportunity when maybe I didn't deserve it, and when I did deserve it, trusted me as much as he possibly could with the ball in my hands. And Major League Baseball is a cutthroat business, man, and managers don't last very long.
Hmm.
They just don't. And for him to stand the test of time and the different eras of baseball that he has coached in uh, is surprising to me because he's able to adjust and go with the flow of the game of baseball and the changes that happen. He's able to change with the game, and you just don't see many coaches like that.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's just he's been involved in the game since what, the '80s, '90s, like with the Phillies. I mean, Indians, Guardians. I'm probably missing a bunch of teams in between, but the Red Sox. It's like it's amazing. Like his career, like he's a Hall of Fame manager. He was the manager of me growing up. I'm glad he spent like at least 7 years in Boston or whatever it was. I think it was like '04 to '11. So it was just like that was the era of the Red Sox, like where it was just like I was saying, you guys were just balls to the wall, just win, 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 win another World Series. So it's nice playing for a guy that actually cares about his guys. I mean, obviously, current Red Sox manager Alex Cora played with you, I believe, and played under Terry. So what's your thoughts and opinions, about Alex and the current state of the Red Sox? I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but they came close this year. They at least made the playoffs, first time in 4 years since they lost to Houston in the championship series back in 21. What was your thoughts on the 2025 Red Sox?
Um, my thoughts were that they overachieved.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't think they were going to even get into playoffs last year. So for me, they overachieved. They overcame injuries better than most ball clubs, and they played together as a team. So this year, I expect a little bit more. We're going to have to get Roman Anthony. You're going to have to get more out of him.
Absolutely.
I mean, people are going to say, "What are you talking about, Pat? You need more?" Yes, I do,
Yeah.
because now he's become that pivotal guy on the team that pitchers will pitch around and you have to circle in your lineup. So, Alex Cora does a great job of team unity and team camaraderie because, he's always said that, team unity can't win a championship, but it can keep you from winning one. And so it's very smart when he says that. And he went, the manager will win you about 7 to 10 games a year based on
Wow.
just his managerial style. And I think he does that very well and wins games for them that they shouldn't. And, the players like him. And that's what matters. He beats to the players' drum. And he's just a great father figure, a great leader, and there's a reason why the Red Sox wanted him so bad after the cheating scandal and where
Hmm.
he's come from there today.
No, absolutely. I mean, seeing them get in the playoffs first time in 4 years, that was great. Acquiring a year ago now around this time, Garrett Crochet, ace of the staff, 18-5, low two ERAs, whatever he had off the top of my head, I can't remember, but led the league with 255 strikeouts. Like, that's amazing. That is a workhorse. So, have you developed any kind of relationship with him? Have you spoken to him with your visits to NESN? Like, have you gave him any insight? Like, what was your thoughts on Crochet's first year, coming from the White Sox to the Red Sox?
Well, Crochet's first year was phenomenal,
Absolutely.
to say the least. And no, I don't really try to talk too much to the guys. I let them do their own thing
Hmm.
and be their own coaches, because that's what you have to be in the big leagues. You have to be your own coach, and you're going to get tips and advice to do things here and there. But at the end of the day, you're the coach of yourself, and you know yourself better than anybody. And that was instilled into me, and you know, yeah, I think that you have to have that inner confidence in yourself, and the players today have that. But I let them kind of be, yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. I figured media, you guys, interact with the players, this and that, get some tidbits, can write stories, but I know you like do the analyst stuff with Nesson and stuff. But no, I thought it was a hell of a year for them. Obviously, Roman Anthony, I feel like he should have started his major league career on opening day with Christian Campbell. But that's out of my hands. But yeah, I think you're right. They did overachieve this year. I mean, they won what 89 games, 89-73, got into the wild card series with the Yankees. Unfortunately, they came up short in that 3-game series. But I mean, the future's only bright for this team,
Yes, it is.
heading into 2026, the winter meetings are currently going on. It's day 3 out of 4. Already a couple of big deals going on, but do you think they're going to stand pat and just wait, to sign maybe potential Alex Bregman? Or I keep hearing the Bo Bichette things are really serious. So what's your thoughts and your opinions on what they can do either the winter meetings or between now and spring training?
I don't think much is going to happen in the winter meetings.
Hmm.
I really don't.
It's been kind of quiet, really, for the most
Yeah,
part.
and Bregman's not going to sign until probably the last minute, along
Hmm.
with Bichette as well. They're going to play the waiting game just like the owners do, and try to get what they think is best value for themselves, and vice versa, the owners for the ball clubs. But for me, no matter who you get or who comes or who's subtracted or added, you have to have that team unity and you have to have those leaders within that ball club. And if you don't, then you're not going to be successful.
Hmm.
So to me, it's got to be someone who's going to be a leader and be able to play in Boston. And you already know you have that in Alex Bregman. So do you pay a little bit more for that than a Bo Bichette or not is the
Hmm.
question. And so those questions are left to the front office, and hopefully they make good decisions.
No, absolutely. Because the way Bregman obviously got injured, but he still had a pretty good year with the Red Sox. I mean, it just seems like the Marcelo Mayers, the Roman Anthony's, like the younger core of guys would go to a veteran World Series champion and be like, hey, what am I doing wrong? Whatever. I could see it like during the NESN telecast, I feel like, or whatever it was. He's just kind of coaching these guys. He was like a player coach. Like Alex just let him do his thing because his time, together in Houston. And it just seems like he had a big effect on the young players.
Yeah, he did. There's no question about that.
Hmm.
And how much value do you put on that, right?
Hmm.
That's not one of these analytic algorithms that you can put into a computer and spit out a number.
Hmm.
This is not, you can't measure that. You can't measure a kid's heart. And these are all the intangibles, right? So, what value do you put on those intangibles if you're the Red Sox system? And some put more value than others organizations, but I know the Red Sox value leadership and the ability to be able to play in Fenway Park and to be able to play against the Yankees all has an effect.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, I want to kind of go back to the pitching with this team. What was your thoughts and reaction on getting 36-year-old Sonny Gray? I mean, I've been a big fan of him when he was with the Oakland Athletics, which it's the Athletics now. Then he went to the Yankees, bounced around a little bit. They just got him obviously before Thanksgiving. And what does it leave like basically for Connolly early and then Peyton Tolley potential, making the roster next year? What's your thoughts on the pitching staff as we stand today on December 9th?
Um,
It's early, I get it.
still need more
Hmm.
pitching. Um, yeah, you made a good move with Sonny Gray. I think he'll be able to bolster down that 2 or 3 spot, you
Hmm.
know. And I need Bayo to come back this year and be the Brian Bayo that we all know
Hmm.
that he can be, and be more in the zone and have more strike zone efficiency. And he could be a 3-4 ish. But Garrett Crochet is the number one, and he has guys to support him in that staff, and Peyton Tolley, Colin early, all these guys are going to come into camp and have to earn a spot. They're going to have to
Hmm.
earn a spot in the roster, whether it's out of the bullpen or out of the rotation. And so they'll have to earn those spots, and those spots are available. But it's all going to come down to the bullpen as well. I mean, I know you have Chapman coming back and Witt coming
Hmm.
back, but you gotta make some more moves in the bullpen too, because come playoff time, that's all that matters. So I look for Craig Breslow to do some moves in the bullpen, and obviously, first base is an issue, and third base, and does Duran or Bobby does Abreu will your Abreu get traded, or does Duran get traded? Those are all questions that are going to all come in the mix, and decisions will have to be made based around them.
Yeah, that's why they recently traded the password for that, Pirates pitcher that I don't know a heck of a lot about, but we'll see how he pans out too. But
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good, but we'll
yeah,
see.
yeah, from what I see. But I just think, Jonathan, I really think they need another like 1A, 1B with Crochet. Like you're not getting Scooble. Like, unfortunately, I don't know why he's even linked to rumors for trades. Like, that's ridiculous, in my opinion, if you're the Tigers. But, like, why would you want to trade your ace like that? Because he's back to back Cy Youngs, yada, yada, yada. But, like, who's out there that they could get? Like, that'd be a bona fide complimentary, all right, Crochet 1-2 punch. Like, there's got to be guys out there that teams are willing to listen and, and get a 1B to just compliment Crochet.
Well, the Red Sox are looking at Sonny to do that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty sure.
understand, but it's tough for 36-year-old Sonny to do that.
No
It'd be nice to
question.
get a 25, 26, 27-year-old guy, but I'm not knocking Sonny. I'm hoping the best for him because I've been a fan of him since he came into the league. So I just wanted him a good 10 years ago.
Right, right,
Yeah.
yeah, and he is older, but
Hmm.
he has the ability to pitch in big games. Nothing's gonna really frazzle him out there, or you know that you're gonna get a team leader in the guy. He
Mhm.
shows up to work, and so that's what they're basing their opinions on with Sonny Gray and signing him.
I mean, I'm hoping the best out of him, but how you think the Boston media is going to treat him? Because obviously you've heard he didn't like his time with New York, and then he got traded or whatever happened. So, what was your thoughts and opinion on Sonny's tenure with the Yankees? Now he's just despising them.
Yeah, well, he's saying the right thing.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you can go on camera and find a spot where he's talking about the Yankees, how much he loves the Yankees too,
Yeah, that's true.
while he was playing there. So, but yeah, he's saying all the right things, that's for sure. And you know, as a Red Sox, if you're signed here to beat the Yankees, like Kurt Schilling was signed here to beat
Yep.
the Yankees, when you're signed as somebody like that to come here and you don't beat the Yankees, now is where we start getting into a little bit of trouble,
Yeah.
and we make the comments like that, and then we go out and we don't produce or we don't beat the Yankees. That's where things start to get a little hairy. So I'm hoping for his sake that he does go out there and is successful against the Yankees, and only time will tell.
No, absolutely. It's just if February was around the corner, I wouldn't feel confident about this team right now and the way they stand pat right now because there's still a lot of unknowns. Like you said, Abreu get traded, Duran. It's just I don't know. Do you think like Campbell has like a revival season that he stays up in the majors because now he's hitting in the Puerto Rican League with under the bench coach Vasquez, or he's just gonna start back in AAA and work his way up? Yeah,
Going to start back in AAA, have to work his way up. Unfortunately for him,
hell of a
he
player for sure.
yeah, hell of a player, but he has to start all over.
Hmm.
He hit that proverbial rock bottom, and now he's having to start all over. And unfortunately, the way he swings the bat, there was other big league teams obviously out there that made adjustments on him,
Hmm.
and he wasn't able to make the adjustments back. So until he does that, he's going to be in the minor leagues. Yeah.
He definitely had a hot start to March, April, May, and then all of a sudden I think it was like mid June, end of June they sent him down, and that was it. He just never came back up, and I mean it's unfortunate to see that happen with a 22, 23-year-old guy just made his debut this year, and then he hits rock bottom. But not everybody stays on top. I totally understand that. But sticking with the core here, the Red Sox. I mean, I know it's early, very early to say, but what do you think this team's outlook or ceiling could be next year? Could they be a 90 win team, or is it going to be still 85 to 89 wins? I know it's still early to even judge that because the season's in like three,
Yeah,
4 months.
it's hard to judge that too because you don't know what your roster will be. But
Hmm.
I tell you this much: Vegas doesn't have them winning 90 games, and so I don't see much of a difference of them leaping forward to say, yeah,
Hmm.
now we're a World Series club. Um, is there much change from that? No. So, um, have you added the pieces that you need to add? No. So, we're kind of in the same boat as we were last year, in my opinion.
That's so tough to hear because I want them to be World Series favorites, but it's tough when you got the Dodgers winning every single year, it seems like. And you got Mookie Betts there sitting on one more for a full hand between the
Yeah.
Dodgers and the Red Sox. So, I mean, going a little off topic here, what was your thoughts on just the whole MLB 2025 season, the World Series? Like, you got to give credit to the Dodgers. They spend. They just signed Edwin Diaz to 3 years, 69 million this year. Today, I should say. So I don't know if that'll be their new closer, but what was just your thoughts on this whole season as a landscape?
Yeah. And phenomenal World Series. Just absolutely phenomenal, and a phenomenal season. And it just goes to show you pay to win the game. You pay to
Hmm.
win. And that's what the Dodgers are doing. And they're setting the new standard. So If you're an owner and you don't want to pay, then you're not going to win. It's that simple because other ball clubs are doing it. And so I think John Henry and his group realize that this year and are going to start to spend a little bit more and be a little bit more competitive. And, we'll see how that goes this spring training. But yeah, man, um, that's kind of it. But I got room for one more question if that's all right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just wrap it up there. Geez, what do I want to ask you? Geez, you got any questions off the top of your head? I feel like I rambled through a lot talking about the Red
Yeah,
Sox
no,
this
I mean,
season.
I appreciate you having me on, man. And it's always great to talk Red Sox baseball. And hopefully, they can do some things this
Hmm.
off season that are going to really make a difference. And so I'm looking forward to that and getting back on top. And hopefully they're doing some of those things. And I think that they are.
Hmm. Actually, one question that maybe just came to mind. I know he's your former co-worker at NESN. I had Lenny Donardo on. What's your thoughts on him? He is a super duper nice guy. I had him on earlier this year on my podcast. He made time for me. I mean, he seems like he's a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a great guy, great teammate, and fun to work with. And he's one of those guys that nesting that you can bounce anything off of, and
Hmm.
he brings a good angle and a good view to the game of baseball. So yeah,
It's nice seeing you guys. Jim Rice, you, him, Devin Marrero. Like, I might be missing some people, but it's just nice to see you guys all contributing to NESN that basically I grew up watching. Besides Jim Rice, that was way before my time. But it's just nice to
right,
see you guys' thoughts and opinions with Tom Karen because Tom Karen seems like he's Nesson.
right, exactly.
But thank you, Jonathan. I really
All right,
appreciate it,
Kim.
sir.
All right, man. Take care.
You too.